This will be a basic video tutorial explaining Smart Notebook. The best part about having a smartboard is the Smart Notebook feature. This basically can be considered the same as a whiteboard projector, except 10 times what used to be used back in the 80s and 90s. There are many different features that can be used, and we're going to examine some of those today. First, I'll draw your attention to this box in the upper right-hand side. If you need to select anything, go up here into your format, do anything, make sure that your cursor is clicked on your select key, or else you'll end up drawing lines in a bunch of different places. Down below that we have our pens, and there are a multitude of different pens and pen types that can be used on the smartboard, anything from a crayon to a highlighter to a magic pen that erases. Those are all different options. When you grab your smart pen, you can pick whatever color you'd like, or we can come up here and select different colors and we can draw on our notebook. I'm a great drawer. There's also shapes that we can use. If you select any of our different shapes, there's tons of different options. When we come down onto our notebook, we can draw perfect circles compared to the circles that I drew. And then once we click select, if we go to the circle that we've drawn, we can manipulate it. We can make it bigger or smaller. We can flip it, although with a circle that would be pointless, but a square it looks cool. You can also copy, you can cut, you can clone, which will just create a multiple for you. You can flip them, you can lock them in place. There are all sorts of different options. When you want to delete them, you have multiple choices. You can select each individual item to delete, or we can highlight everything, click our delete button, and things are deleted. There also is a text tool where you can just click and begin typing. You then once again can select it and make your box bigger or smaller. We can flip our writing so that it can go in any direction if we want to tilt it or anything like that. So there are all sorts of different options for your writing. Spell checks in here, paste, locking, flip, all that good stuff. Those are all different options. We can draw some lines here. There are all sorts of different lines if you want arrows or big thick red line. It helps you to draw straight lines, which I am not great at. If you need an arch, anything like that, all sorts of different options, all sorts of different colors. You can make them translucent. Anything you need. If you need to fill colors, if you want to change colors, you can do that with your paint can. And then if we want to erase any writing, from our pens, we can use our eraser. Now, you cannot use your eraser to erase lines or shapes or anything like that. So that's actually kind of nice. If you've been writing but you want your lines and shapes to stay, just go ahead and use your eraser. Or if you pick up your smartboard eraser that comes with your projector, you can use that as well. Alright, so that's the basics for drawing in your notebook. We're going to expand and move on to some other things here. I would encourage you to take some time and just play around with your Smart Notebook. It has more features than anyone can use in one tutorial or can teach in one tutorial. Anything from you can take screenshots of your Smart Notebook. We do have a Smart Document camera available for you that you can put up. We have all sorts of different measurement tools, protractors, a compass, a ruler, different things that you might want to use if you're teaching math class. You can put up different screens so that you can either show the full screen, or you can have two different pages at once, or you can cover up your screen. There's all sorts of different options there with that. Another great feature of the Smart Notebook is the import function. I have a bunch of different PowerPoints that I used when I was teaching my kids social studies that I went ahead and imported into Smart Notebook files, and so it just functions much better with your smartboard projector. It makes the PowerPoints much more interactive and user-friendly. The kids really like it. So the way to move your PowerPoint into the Smart Notebook is if you click Import under our File tab. Go ahead and not save our little drawings here. And then we come and find, here's a PowerPoint on Christopher Columbus. We'll click Open. And the PowerPoint will be converted here, probably pretty slowly, from a PowerPoint format to our Smart Notebook format. And what that'll do is that makes it easy to use all of your drawing tools and your projector tools on your actual PowerPoint. So while this loads, we will wait. And there you have it, our PowerPoint has loaded. Now, it's not always a perfect load. You can see here that the Smart Notebook did not function perfectly with our picture. The nice thing is we can come in with our select tool and just move things around a little bit and edit them so that our PowerPoint makes a little bit more sense in terms of our spacing. But the basics of the PowerPoint are here. And then we can go ahead and teach our lesson after reviewing our PowerPoint. The last piece of this basic notebook tutorial that I want to show you is our gallery. So I've got up here our basketball gallery. Basically, if you come up here, you can search anything. For my purposes, I like using the basketball features on here as a basketball coach. So if we come up here, type basketball, it'll give us a folder with all sorts of different pictures and that type of thing. I really liked using this picture here. So if we double click, we have a full basketball court. So then whenever I had my basketball players in my room, we could just go through and I could either draw on here as we were going through and working on knowing where we're supposed to be, our plays and that type of stuff. Or if you want to get really fancy, you can actually add players or X's and O's to put on your court. So you can just drag and put them where you'd like them. There's all sorts of other things that are academic related, all sorts of good stuff. If you come into our Gallery Essentials section, there's lots of different things that you could possibly use. There's some interactive multimedia stuff. There's plenty of different files with maps for geography. There's lots of different pictures of flags and basically anything that you can look for. I would just encourage you to search. There's all sorts of different options here. So that is a basic look at Smart Notebook and all the different things that you can do on it. I hope you've learned a little bit, and I would encourage you to just spend some time, whether it's during your break periods or at home or on the weekends. If you're looking for something to do to make yourself a better teacher and a better use of technology for our students, I would encourage you to just play with the Smart Notebook and see what you can learn. If you have any questions, please see your technology coordinator or me, AJ Cluck.